Most people, they're totally unaware of the deeper stillness. Most people, they're just saying, great pain here, great pain. But you have recognized that maybe even the great pain has helped you discover the great stillness. Yeah. But now you say, I want to discover the self. Is the self in the great pain or the great stillness? Or is the self that which is perceiving both the great pain and the great stillness? The pain is there, but it sounds like it is not taking you over because something inside you is just able to hold that. Yes. In fact, without the pain, maybe there is no yearning for truth. If there's just stillness, you just say, okay, just stillness. Very nice. But because there is pain also, it pushes us. The pain also has a purpose. In fact, one time I met this lady in Spain and she told me, oh, my life has been one pain after another. And she went through the things that have happened to her all the way through. So many things happened. She told me all of them, all the way through. And then I asked her at the end, I said to her, has this pain brought any good things with it? Has it? She said, well, now you ask, it's made me much kinder. And it's made me much more compassionate. And it's made me much more understanding. And actually, it's made me really become interested in spirituality. And people seem to feel that I'm very sensitive and kind. And I feel I have a lot of love for people. I say, well, look at that. Look at that. So it's never that anything is all bad. But now, you say now, the pain is there and the stillness is there. Pain is on the surface, stillness is further in, so to speak. Yeah. If you follow the stillness further in, can you find the source of that stillness? If you trace anything back to its center, in the same way that you could trace a sun ray back to the sun, if you trace any emotion back to its core, its source, then what do you find in the center? What is there?
It's peace, but it's like when I look, it's like I think something goes to the mind to look.
Yes.
So this is my problem.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Where are you looking from? Don't go to the mind because you have to go to something else. Mind is object. But I say, where are you looking from? What is subject? Who are you? You say, oh, but it's a problem because when I look, I go to mind. I say, okay, now don't go to mind and don't go anywhere. Don't go to mind. Don't go anywhere. Just stop here. And don't pick up any ideas that the mind comes along and says, oh, it must be something else. Don't pick up any ideas now. Just see if you can completely stop. Don't pick up anything else just for a moment.
It's a lot of resistance. Like I feel a really great peace and stillness and some kind of very nothing. But it's like dish, 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 dish. It's coming all the time here. So it's like don't, something. Yeah, like this.
Let that happen. Let that doing happen. Yeah. But you don't become a doing as well. The doinking is happening, and you are just not caught inside that. Something is caught inside that. Let that doink away. But you, when I say you, don't get caught inside it. Now, which you am I speaking of now? Because the mind maybe habitually is going to get caught inside that. And maybe our self-image is habitually going to get caught inside that. So if I say to you, keep your mind out of that, then I'm asking you to do something maybe you can't do. So now we come to the point now where ourself as the doer, as the one who's going to do something, cannot come any further. It's not another job now that you can do. I say, you don't get involved. But you say, but something is just getting involved. It's almost like I can't help that. I say, that is getting involved, but that is not you. That is not you. Because you can perceive that. You can perceive that. Because if you couldn't perceive it, you wouldn't know that was happening. So something knows that that is happening. And the habitual knee-jerk reaction is to join in. I say, okay, if something wants to join in, okay, let whoever wants to join in, join in. But just confirm that something still is perceiving that. Is the perceiver joining in? You say no. Are you sure? If there were a couple of kids outside there now throwing snowballs at each other, hiding behind the car, throwing another snowball over, and you say, oh, it just brings out the kid in me and I've just got to go out there and get involved or something. So, okay, the kid in you gets involved. But something is seeing that. Something is seeing that. Can you recognize that inside yourself which is not involved? Now, when I say this, there is a danger that something splits. That you say, okay, now I'm the witness, and the ego takes up the position there. Very subtle. But the ego takes up the position there. And then you'll feel a kind of split in consciousness. You'll kind of feel like, you're separate from everything that's going on. Yet at the same time, that becomes a very kind of isolated place. So ultimately, the true witness even perceives that split. That split is also perceived. By what is it perceived? And can the true witness split? Does the true witness have a position where it can take? Or is any location or position being perceived by something which has no location? It has no position. It simply is. It simply is.